everyone, welcome. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's really awesome to see you all in this room. And oh my gosh, what a way to kick off 2017. Woo! We're doing it. Hi. Yeah. For those who don't know me, my name's Patima. I've been here looking after Port 80 here in Perth for the last 10 months. So this will be my 10th one, and it's been, quite a journey. It's been really enjoyable to get to know all of you. There's a lot of new faces tonight, actually, so that's really great. Gosh, where do I start? We're doing a new direction announcement this year, and we've been working pretty hard at keeping that under wraps as well. But first and foremost, before I get started, just want to do a bit of housekeeping. There's exits over that way where you came in, and over that way, just follow the green signs, and that leads out to whatever that leads out to, like a alleyway thing, words, we can do it. Bathrooms, there's 2 unisex bathrooms over on that side wall as well, your left-hand side. Yes, good. Okay, cool, that's sorted. Drinks, if you haven't already found them, where have you been? They're just lined up along the side, and please eat the food, drink the drinks. That's what they're there for. So, let's get started. Pump myself up. Okay, we're doing this. So let's take a bit of a trip down Port 80 memory lane. 15 years. It's been 15 great years of Port 80, a meetup that started back in 2002 by Miles over there. Raise your hand, Miles. You. Give him a clap. Seriously, such an important meetup to have started at that stage of the industry, to bring the community together. Obviously, the web was so different back then, and it's evolved and changed, and that's why we love it. But 15 years for a meetup to continuously be delivered every month is epic. And of course, it's for those who don't know, it started over in Sydney and Melbourne as well. So it's also a super special meetup. It was something that was really important personally to me when I started off in the industry. I got to head to the Queens and have a beer with people who are in the industry and making websites, and they were just amazing. And they're people who I actually see as some familiar faces in the room tonight, who are still here and still doing amazing work and really inspirational. So what a community we have, and it continues to grow and pivot day in, day out. So I just want to acknowledge Miles. Thank you for your amazing work with Port 80. It's been super special and super important over here. I'm saying super a lot. Super is going to be a word. Every time I say super, that's going to be like a drinking game. Yep, okay. I just made a drinking game. Yeah, my drink's down there. Someone drink for me. But yeah, thank you so much. And it's gosh, I can't sing enough praises about it. Before I farewell it, I just want to pull up a few photos, because actually it was super cool. Like, it went from the Queens, I think, then to the Velvet Lounge, up to Defectors Bar, then to Space Cubed, Universal Bar, lots of bars. But drinking works. Drinking is definitely something that works, and we look so young. That definitely happens. So tonight is paying homage to Port 80 as we know it. It's not a complete goodbye. It's just a temporary farewell while we kind of try something a little different and just move with a new direction and see how that goes. So we'll miss you, Port 80. If anyone wants to run Port 80s in between, I welcome you to. Please do. It's a great meetup, and if you want to have it at a pub, I'll be there as well. Super. Drink. Cool. New direction. We're doing it. Okay, so the new direction, I guess, comes from having run the meetup for 10 months so far, meeting and catching up with a lot of people along the way, having attended other great, fantastic specialist meetups as well, and travelling interstate to have a chat to and visiting various meetup hosts, and just talking about, what the Australian industry and community actually needs and is looking for in a meetup of this size or of this potential. So a lot of questions came up with what's possibly missing from the equation, what potential can a generalist meetup like this actually achieve, because I feel like with all the specialist meetups that have come up, which was super important, and they certainly have their place with, wow, people actually participating in this drinking game. A generalist meetup like this has a massive place of bringing everyone together to actually share this knowledge and share our diverse perspectives. So another question was, what does the Australian industry actually need? What's currently missing? We've got meetups and we've got conferences and we've got, a few seminars and whatnot sprinkled in between, and we've got different size scales of conferences. What else could be done as well? What's the stepping stone to that? What can help amplify individual and community growth? Communities are made up, obviously, of individuals, every single person in this room, and how can you be encouraged and supported to actually continue to grow, and therefore communities growing as a result? How can we encourage more diversity? And diversity, I mean, from so many perspectives as well. And the main perspective from my end is so that we can encourage, through diversity, so that we can encourage people from different backgrounds and different experiences to actually share that with everyone else, and we learn and therefore expand our boundaries and actually, come together and actually grow from that. If you're in the same kind of circle all the time, it's likely that you're just going to learn the same things and you're going to be talking about the same things, and you're probably not going to be as challenged as you probably could be or ready to be. So diversity from different perspectives helps us learn and grow. Super. The other question, which is massive to me, is what does it take to be world class? Having been part of the mixing organising team last year, mixing, woo! Super. Oh God, I'll stop that. I'll cut that out. Okay. It was a big question that came up was, let's get world class speakers over and let's just have, a really epic conference here in Perth, and I think we did that. Yep. But when you think world class, do you think Australia in that equation as well? Like honestly, what? Yeah.
No. Why don't we have web conference come here?
I like where he's going. Cool. But that's so right. And actually, just looking at the difference between speakers that came over from the USA and the UK and their polish and their experience and their perspectives coming through, and that is, that was leaps and bounds, and that just comes from experience and having that culture of being trained up for that. I'd love to get more training and experience with that. So I kind of thought beyond that, that's the thinking behind it. We can do more. We can always do more. And when we think about doing more and what this meetup could actually be, what is the potential that we could reach together, started setting some goals, obviously, so that we can aim and work towards something. We're not quite going to what is that? Or is that like the dark moon? Continue on. Cool. So here's mission number 1. To create more opportunities for Australian designers and developers. Let that sit with you. 2, to turn up the volume on the Australian industry's voice. Yeah, our collective awesome voice. And to bridge the distance and enable, this is a 4th goal probably, but bridge the distance and enable more knowledge sharing and collaboration, which through that we can grow and we can have that stepping stone to become world class. So mission identified. There comes a mission statement. I kind of feel like this currently. I legit do. Okay, so the vision that I have, ideally, would be to begin or somehow make steps towards connecting the web, creative, digital communities and unearthing local talent across Australia. Yeah, that one. With those colours too. How? Okay, let me introduce you to the concept. There's a bit involved to it, but the way I would describe it is, get ready for this. Trying not to crack myself up. Multi-city, supercharged, touring, meetup, roadshow. This. I'll explain this concept because we can't just name it this, even though I wanted to. But a new name, a new beginning, and a fresh start. I'd like to introduce to you all Localhost. I'm not going to drop the mic because that would be bad.
Telephone number has to be 270001.
Well, we've got a marketing specialist over here. Cool. Okay, so we're not going to pivot too far away from, or stray too far away from the original Port 80 goal, which is to have the local events and strengthen the communities here, and continue to be that generalist meetup. But the local events, we'd like to really see happen here in Perth, grow over to Sydney, and continue over to Melbourne, and do our monthly meetups. Of course, still with a really similar format, but have an opportunity to recap on events, what's coming up, what are the conferences coming up, the other meetups, introducing the speaker for tonight. By the way, the calendar is up. We have speakers lined up for the rest of the year. Woo! Thank you, speakers in the room. We're going to film these talks and we're going to share them online. So it goes beyond the city that it's being, that the event is happening in, and giving the speaker, say for example, a Perth speaker gets up, giving them that opportunity to be able to share and amplify their message online and have that presence and continue growing their brand. So that all these things stay the same. First Wednesday of the month, we'll be continuing here, and that will be our monthly wonderful local host Perth meetup. Tick, tick, tick. Sorry, I didn't do that. There we go. Now you're caught up. So it's going to be monthly, except when there's a deployment. Introducing the local host deployment, and this is the supercharged meetup, meetup, supercharged roadshow, all those words. We're going to actually pick up 3 speakers across 3 locations, 3 days. And we're going to try and do quite a few of these and expand out to other cities as well. So we're just going to start with Perth and Sydney and Melbourne for the moment until there's more branches in future. Oh. Okay, good. I'm glad. So really the main objective of this, jokes aside, is to give Perth and Sydney and Melbourne speakers as a start the chance and opportunity to travel into different circles and different communities and share their knowledge. We've got the most talented people. I've met these people. I've met you all in this room, and you all have stories to share. You all have knowledge to contribute and to help grow and nurture this diversity around us. To actually give people who are up here on this humble stage here. By the way, thank you CBDC for this space. To not only speak to a Perth audience, but then to be taken over to Sydney and Melbourne and share their talks over there as well, and be challenged and continue to grow, and vice versa for crew over in Sydney and Melbourne who may actually never have been to Perth, which is awesome. Like, Perth is awesome. So once they come over, they'll just stay, and our takeover plan of the world. Can you edit that out? Art will exist. Yes, Perth. Yeah, so that's essentially the essence of it. But we're going to publish this up on our site. So essentially, these are the goals that we have. This is how we're going to achieve it. We're going to do our first deployment in June. So that gives us plenty of time to set this up, and actually going to roll out more, hopefully, if it's if it has the support and success, and if there's the appetite for it, essentially. So we're just going to try it out, and if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's cool. We'll get the feedback, we'll learn, we'll grow, we'll do something else. But yeah, Perth, you're getting more speakers come over, and we're going to kick ass with this Australian industry. Yeah, we are. So it's not just me behind this. I've had a really fantastic team helping me. We've got Corey sitting over there, Teegan, DT. Thank you for your the amount of things that they help with. I literally couldn't list them all out. But we had a few hack sessions. There's some other people in there as well, just to get things running and ideas and things underway. But first and foremost, just to continue on with our general format of getting your calendars ready. We've got heaps of things happening this year. Like I said, we're scheduled up until the end of the year with speakers. I'm going to be inviting speakers, Perth speakers, to be part of the initial deployment, to submit their call for proposals there. Ideally someone who's spoken at a Perth event before. And yeah, if they're keen, we're taking them on a deployment. But first and foremost, in 2 weeks, we have Georgie from Campaign Monitor coming to speak on this very stage. She's a front-end developer there, and she's coming over to Perth, so the timing was really great. I won't be here for the first one, but yeah, like I said, introduce you to this amazing team who will be able to look after the whole event because it's sorted. So Georgie. There's also there's a few other events that are happening which we'll be posting up on Meetup. These events are currently online at Facebook, so we've just been posting dates where people can make discussion dinners. Discussion dinners, just as a recap, is a bit of a side event for people who want to just hang out with 10 like-minded crew over a dinner and a glass of wine, and we go through some topic cards, different discussion topics to just shake it up. Web and wellness is something that is also posted up on Facebook, but we'll put reminders up on Meetup as well for anyone who wants to come down and just get a bit of fitness going, active. Woo! And of course, there's the wonderful regular meetups that happen around town. There's so many more which we're going to try and keep populated on the site and share these around as well. Vendors Perth, which always have amazing events. Mandy over there in the back. Hey, Mandy. Experience Design Perth, DevOps Perth, Women in Technology WA, all have meetups which you can pop online, meetup.com, to find out what's happening at their events. So some really cool vendors ones coming up, quiz night, one might say. Yeah, good. And also some upcoming conferences. February we have Webstock, which is, not we, Webstock, we the industry have Webstock over in New Zealand. There's a couple happening over in New Zealand. Emergence Creative in Margaret River, that's happening end of March as well. And Dub is coming to Perth. For those who don't have that in your calendar already, there's going to be a whole festival of the web and many exciting things. So that's really great stuff for Perth happening. And of course, the Perth Localhost meetup, first Wednesday of every month. Lock it in your calendars. Super. Yes. Cool. So I obviously, this meetup wouldn't actually be possible without the support of the Australian Web Industry Association. We are a major sponsor. They are the real MVP. Oh, I stuffed that up. Oh well. But yeah, they allow us to actually, they enable us to actually have a space and food and drinks and whatnot. So massive thank you to them for making that possible. And a massive thank you to Port 80, to Brett here over there in the room as well, to Miles for starting such a wonderful, wonderful community meetup that has continued on through time for 15 years on. That's epic. And we hope we continue to do it justice as a community and grow and do great things. Yeah. So before I go into this, everyone make sure you high five Miles and Brett. You don't have to do it now, but at some point tonight. But I'd really love to hear from you all, or come chat to any of the organising team. lost my train of thought. Ideas, suggestions, feedbacks. You want to be a volunteer? You want to work on some of the side projects that we've got going on to fill up the calendar or whatnot? Do you want to be a speaker? Let me know. And chat to us. You can find us online. Localhost Urvin. Have we deployed it? Do we just deploy it?
Yeah, did.
Okay, cool. All right. It's happened. So thank you to all who have been involved, who are supporting this event. Really hope to see your support continue on with us. Look, thank you so much for being here tonight, and enjoy and continue drinking the drinks and high-fiving the people in the room. Thanks.